Welcome to a captivating journey through history as we delve into the story of one of the most iconic and powerful symbols of the Cold War era, the Berlin Wall. From its ominous beginnings to the triumphant fall, this wall encapsulated the division and reunification of a city, a nation, and a world. Join us as we uncover the dramatic events that transpired in Beyond the Wall. Our story begins in the aftermath of World War II, where Berlin, the once great city, lay in ruins. The Allied powers had defeated the Nazis, but the ideological chasm between the United States and the Soviet Union was widening. This schism soon led to the division of Germany, and in 1961, the Berlin Wall was erected by the East German government. The wall was not merely bricks and barbed wire, it was a formidable barricade, intended to halt the flood of East Berliners seeking refuge in the West. Families were torn apart, and the world watched in shock as the city was cleaved in two. The division of Germany was formalized on August 13, 1961, when the East German government, with the support of the Soviet Union, began construction of the wall. It was a stark symbol of the growing Cold War tensions. The wall was initially made of barbed wire, but it quickly evolved into a massive concrete barrier, complete with guard towers and a death strip, designed to prevent any escape attempts. Families were separated, and the once integrated city of Berlin was now a divided one. As the wall rose, life in Berlin became a tale of two cities. In East Berlin, a controlled society emerged under Soviet influence, while in the West, democracy and capitalism thrived. The contrasting lifestyles on either side of the wall were stark. East Berliners faced a lack of freedom. They were subjected to constant surveillance by the Stasi, the East German secret police. The government controlled the media and censored any information that contradicted its ideology. The scarcity of goods was common in East Berlin, and people had to queue for hours to obtain necessities. In contrast, West Berlin was a beacon of liberty. The city became a hub for artists, intellectuals, and entrepreneurs. The western part of the city flourished as a thriving cultural and economic center. The free flow of ideas and creativity led to an artistic and intellectual renaissance in the West. Families and friends were torn apart by the wall. People on either side could only communicate through letters and occasional visits, heavily monitored by authorities. Many East Berliners yearned for the freedoms and opportunities available in the West but were trapped behind the wall. Despite the dangers, many East Berliners attempted to escape to the West. Tales of tunnels, hot air balloons, and even zip lines over the wall highlight the ingenuity and determination of those who sought freedom. West Berlin, supported by the United States and its allies, provided a lifeline to those fleeing oppression. One of the most famous tunnels was Tunnel 29, dug by a group of students from West Berlin. It extended for over 100 meters and allowed 29 people to escape to the west. The story of this daring rescue became a symbol of hope. Protests and uprisings against the wall, most notably the 1953 uprising and the 1989 peaceful revolution, displayed the unwavering will of the people to be reunited. In 1953, East Germans protested the oppressive regime, and the Soviet army was called in to quell the uprising. In 1989, as the winds of change were sweeping through Eastern Europe, the peaceful revolution in East Germany led to mass protests. The East German government, facing mounting pressure, was forced to open the border checkpoints on November 9, 1989, effectively allowing East and West Berliners to cross freely. November 9, 1989, marks a pivotal moment in history. As miscommunication led to the opening of the wall's checkpoints, euphoric East and West Berliners converged at the wall. They chipped away at it with hammers, climbed over, and celebrated a historic moment of unity. The fall of the wall signaled the end of the Cold War and the beginning of a new era. Berlin was whole once more. The fall of the wall was a spontaneous and emotional event. People from both sides of the wall gathered to celebrate, and soon, the wall itself became a canvas for messages of hope and unity. What was once a symbol of division became a symbol of reconciliation. The fall of the Berlin Wall was just the beginning. The reunification of East and West Germany was a complex and transformative process, involving political, economic, and social integration. It brought about both challenges and opportunities, as East and West Germans learned to live together in a unified country. Today, Berlin stands as a symbol of unity, reconciliation, and hope, reminding us that walls can crumble and divisions can be healed. The Berlin Wall, with its 28 years of separation, was a grim reminder of the divisions caused by the Cold War. But its fall demonstrated the power of human resilience, hope, and the desire for freedom. As we look at beyond the wall, we see a story of pain and triumph, a lesson that reminds us that no wall is insurmountable when people come together. The scars of the past have healed, and today, Berlin stands as a symbol of unity and reconciliation.